Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who is new, I'm Leora and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to today's video, which is going to be a video of new makeup releases, sneak peeks and all of that, and also a bit of a story time because I have to tell you something that happened last week, the good and the bad. Alright, I did not order anything last week, so I have no updates. I did not receive anything that I have ordered previously, so no updates there. I did not film this look. I used though this palette, which is, you know, I did the first impression, of course, you saw that already, the Tropical Dreams palette from OPV Beauty. Amazing, amazing. If I tell you that this look is more than 15 hours old, seriously. Anyway, I didn't film because I just didn't, because sometimes I just need makeup time just for myself. But the look is already super, super old. So if I'm a little bit not 100% fresh and squeaky, then that's what it is. Anyway, so before we go into the new releases, of course, Samantha March is the original creator. You know the drill. Everything is in the description box, also my sources and everything I'm speaking about. So before we though speak about the things that I want to speak about, I need to tell you two things. Okay, so I have been going through very, very hard days these last couple days. I'm filming this on a Monday night. Last Friday, a indie brand reached out to me, and that is an indie brand, and I'm not going to say names, and I'm going to keep it super, super general because I don't want anyone to go and dig and whatever. An indie brand reached out to me and DM'd me on Instagram, and it's an indie brand that I have been speaking about a couple of times already in my new makeup releases show here. And yeah, so I was actually really, really excited to see that someone wrote to me because that never happens, really almost ever. So I was really excited, so I opened the conversation and I read that, wow, that was a hit to my self-confidence. So that person, the owner of that indie brand, wrote to me and she said that I really should not speak so bad about her palettes because it's already the second time that she saw me sort of not talking nicely about her palette, and if I do not appreciate indie makeup, maybe I should just not talk about it, and if I should be aware of what my words are doing to a small brand and things like this. And it was like I was sitting there, my heart was beating here, and I just did not. I was like, what is the world falling apart now? What have I done? So my first reaction is apologize, because my crown is not gonna tumble off my head if I say I'm sorry, okay? Because no matter if I did something wrong or not, that person was hurt. So it is okay to say I'm sorry. So I wrote to her, listen, I have no idea what caused all this upset, but I'm sorry that I caused it for whatever reason. And I'm taking your words to heart, okay? But I really don't know what happened here, and I'm really, really sorry. So please accept my apologies. Then after that, I went back with my husband. Of course, I was super, super upset. I was shaking, and I was like, you know, you guys, you know, I'm not known on YouTube for creating drama, for going into like a bad place, tearing brands apart. I never do anti-hauls. And even if I have criticism of palettes in my new makeup releases videos, I say it's just not for me. And I do have the right to say that, you know? And even then, I never say it in a bad way. I never say, like, I never use swear words or say, don't buy it or anything like this. I always say, if you're interested, go ahead, you know, right? Or not. Anyway, it's like really. So basically this person told me I have to just say positive things about everything that I'm saying here, except if it's big brands, because they can afford for people to talk negatively about them. That's basically what she said to me. So okay, so I went back with my husband to watch that video. It was one of my recent ones. And we watched the video and I said, here you go. Do you see anything negative here? I mean, and then I did have a tiny little criticism of the palette, but that was tiny, and I still said it's a super, super beautiful release. So, and I even voted it to one of my favorites of the week. So I wrote back to her and I said, listen, I just watched my video that we were talking about, and maybe tell me what you see there that is so bad, because I cannot see it, my husband can't see it, and I also at the end of the video voted your release to one of my favorites of the week. So I really don't know what's happening, you know. I'm sorry that I caused you this upset, but I really don't know what exactly caused it. So then after a while, she got back to me after a couple of hours, and she said, okay, so maybe I took it a bit too hard, so we're all good. And that's it. And I was there shaking with fear and with absolute destruction of my self-confidence and of my values that I try to portray here, and the way I want to be here. Everything was like, you know, and then for her it was very easy to say, oh, we're all good. Yeah, okay, so, you know, I took it a bit hard, but we're all good. So I thought that was absolutely horrible, honestly. You know, good that for her it was all good. For me personally, it tumbled me into days and days of close depression, to the point that I did not want to be here anymore. You know, not on this world. I meant here on YouTube, because I thought, God forbid that my channel should grow and I should get more exposure, and then people will constantly come to me with things like this. You know, so you might think I'm all overdoing this, but there are also other things that happened in the last days where I got a lot of, not even criticism, but people telling me what to do and how to change and what else I should include. And that has nothing to do with makeup, and people are just forgetting I'm a makeup artist. That is my main priority. And yes, there is a lot of competition here on YouTube for me as a makeup artist, and there are tons of people who are much better than this, but there are also tons of people who are much worse than me. Right? So anyway, I just felt like I'm losing the ground under my feet, you know. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to share that with you, because the fact that I'm here today is really just because of God's grace and my best friend and my husband, who've been scraping me off the floor, because I take stuff like this really, really seriously, because I don't want to hurt people. I don't want to destroy brands, but I do have the right to my opinion, and I really make sure to always be nice about everything, except maybe food-shaped palettes, but so seriously. So please, if you think that I'm negative or that I'm like tearing down brands or things like this, if there is any justification, then please let me know in the comment section if there are points that you think I need to work on, because I don't want to be known for doing that. Other than that, I just want to close this up and like move on from this, because that was horrible. For me, it was horrible. I know this brand owner, she thought that I was horrible, but honestly, I was not. Absolutely not. You know, also when I reacted to her and I immediately apologized, you know what most people, like maybe 90% of people in today's day and age would do, would go on the defense and would start like screaming and be really, really mad and be defensive and whatever. And I, first of all, I said, you know what, I'm sorry for whatever it is that you saw there. I'm sorry that it hurt you. Okay, so I'm not a bad person. I just want to make that sure, like I want to make sure that everybody knows that I'm not a bad person, but I do deserve to have my own opinion, and I do deserve to have my platform here to voice my opinion, because that is what YouTube is, and that's what the free market is, you know? So if as a brand owner you can't handle that, then sorry, but you know? So that is that. So that was a bad. Then a good thing happened, and thank God I can talk about something like that too, because another brand has reached out to me, another indie brand who has approached me, and I'm not going to say it yet who it is, but of course it's going to come up. And this brand owner asked me if she can send me a palette to try out on my channel, and I'm super, super excited, and I said, yeah, seriously, please, let's do that. And yeah, so that made me extremely happy. And the weird thing is that these two things happened almost at the same time. So Go figure. Anyway, so with all of that being said, I just needed to get that off my chest because first of all, it was very, very hard for me to now today go back in front of the camera. And I'm sorry if this video is going to be long, but it's just the way it is. It was hard for me to get in front of the camera in the first place, but I felt like I need to get this out and off me, and in order to just let it go. Okay, so now we're good, and now I'm going to scooch to the side and we're going to go into the new makeup releases. Okay, one more thing I want to add, because there was a comment also last time that these kinds of videos are super exhausting for some people because they're like enforcing consumerism and all of these things. You know, that's the purpose, like it's not the purpose of those videos, but that's just how these videos are. So if you are affected by these kinds of videos, then just please don't watch them, because I super enjoy making those videos, talking about makeup. It doesn't mean that one has to have everything, but actually for me, it is a super good filter to figure out what I want or what I don't want, or things like this. So for me, I love doing this, and they tend to be long, yes. So if you just want to watch half of it or whatever, then feel free to just, you know, drop out. It's not good for my algorithm. But anyway, or mute me if you want to still support me but not watch the video. Then just let it run and mute me. My husband does that all the time. Like, he watches all my videos and all the commercials and everything. He just keeps it muted. He's amazing. Anyway, just saying that, you know what, these kinds of videos are just the way that's what they are, and it's not going to change. So that's what it is. Anyway, so the first thing I wanted to talk about is from Copacetic Cosmetics, and they have launched, is it already live? I'm not 100% sure, a limited edition Halloween palette, which is going to be called Spookie Ookie palette. All right, so this retails for $45. It has eight eyeshadows and 3 highlighters, and that is actually the reason why I looked at this twice, because the highlighters look absolutely amazing. There is a purple one, it's not really champagne, it's more like an apricot colored one, and then there is a green one, and I love this. I love this. Usually I'm not too much, as you know, I'm not too much into this, that there are face products in a eyeshadow palette, but with this one I could almost make an obsession. Exception, I meant. I feel like my joy is coming back. That's good. Oh, thank God. Anyway, so yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so this is Copacetic Cosmetics, and I think this is cute. It looks like, I'm not 100% sure what that is. Is it also matte, or I'm not 100% sure. It is, I don't know. Okay, so we have to see, because I don't really have a close picture, and with some of those eyeshadows I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so the next thing is from Kaleidos Kaleidos Makeup, sorry. They're coming out, they're sneak peeking 6 highlighters that they're coming out with, and that is also super exciting, because you know that I have those 2 palettes, the last one that they released in August from the Futurism series, and they're so amazing. They're so amazing. We did such good looks with this, and I'm super excited to see what kinds of colors and shades they're going to come out with for their highlighters. Right now we're just seeing the closed highlighter boxes, and as always they're doing this very futuristic kind of layout and packaging, and also the whole way they do the pictures. You know, also when they sneak peeked those palettes last time, it was like, it was different, you know, which just makes your eyes go there, and I really like that. So we'll see what they're coming out with. I'm of course going to update you as soon as I know. Then I'm not 100% sure if I did update you already or not. So from Kristen Leigh Cosmetics, we had spoken about the Autumn Vibes palette, and I think last time we only spoke about the outer packaging, the amazing color scheme that is right there on the packaging and everything. So now we see the inside. So in case I didn't already tell you this, how it looks from the inside, so this is how it is. This is how it looks. It's 4 shimmers, which actually look really nice. Also the swatches, if you can see them on the right corner there, look really amazing and shiny and reflective and beautiful. So that is, the colors in there are super pretty. This orange is super nice, the green, the yellow, well, you know, it's really, really nice. Now, for me personally, I need mattes in my look, so I would combine that then with something else. But that is a very, very beautiful palette, and I'm so glad they released it. She released it. Okay, so just as an update, that's how it looks now. Okay, next thing I'm actually super insane excited about is a sneak peek from Sample Beauty. So you have not seen my first impression of the Hydrogenic palette from Sample Beauty yet. That's gonna come probably next week. So anyway, I have already had exposure with the formula of Sample Beauty, and I loved it. It's super pigmented, it's super nice, beautiful. And anyway, so they're coming out with this. They're just sneak peeking those first two shades. So the left one, the left yellow, is a matte, the right yellow is a shimmer, and it's going to be mixed shimmers and mattes, and it looks like it's going to be colorful, and this is going to be right up my alley. So I cannot wait for this to come out. I hope this is not a case of, you know, every day just releasing one more shade or something like this, because I can't stand that. It's too much. It's too hard for me. But anyway, I really, really am excited about this. And here also, of course, I'm going to update you the second I know. I'll be probably online before I update you. Yeah, okay, and I'm also actually really, really excited and that it's a big palette. Because the other ones, wait, let me just see how many are there in there. This is 10 shades, you know? This is the one I haven't worked yet with, that I still have to film with. But anyway, they have 10, and this is gonna be 10, 20, 30 shades. Oh, yeah, I'm right there, sweetie. Okay, next thing is from Huda Beauty. And Huda Beauty is coming out with this palette, which is called Mercury Retrograde. It's dropping in on October 24th. That's gonna be, what is today? Yeah, so that's gonna be soon. 2 days or something like this for you. And I think this is actually super, super pretty. I think she is doing something really right here. You know, the little palettes that she's coming out, those 9-pan palettes, I really don't like those so much, just because I don't like the format. It's too small for me, and you know, I'm not too much into it, but this I do like. And even though it's more or less a neutral palette with 2 pops of blue, I think this is super, super nice, a super winter palette. I really do feel that it is gonna like speak to a lot of people. There's also a purple. Okay, so you have like turquoise and purple, and then a few rosy shades, and the rest is golds and neutrals. Wow. Anyway, so I really, really think that this is a beautiful, beautiful winter palette that is going to speak to a lot of people and reach a broad spectrum of customers. So it retails for $67, and yeah, so it's going to drop shortly. Should I say that I'm not going to buy it? Probably, probably, you know, because I'm not out for adding more neutrals. Plus, $67 is a bit much for me right now. For 30 shades, I would. Anyway, good. So the next thing is from Colourpop. Colourpop is like wave of the wave of the wave. They are on the roll. Anyway, so Colourpop is coming out with these 3 palettes. And these are going to be exclusive for Ulta Beauty as far as I know. So the first one is the Lovebird palette. That's the one with the rosy shades. Then there's a Birds of Paradise palette, which is the one right next to it to the right, and then the one on the bottom is the Night Owl palette. If I would have to choose one, I would probably go for the rosy one, because again, like golden and neutrals, I do really have that so much that I don't need to add to this. But okay, so they retail for $12 each, and as far as I can tell, this is now cardboard packaging, which is super nice. Really, really like this. So yeah, so that is that. Then there's of course the Bye Bye Birdie thing. Let me just scroll down and find this. Here it is. Okay, so the Bye Bye Birdie collection, which includes this. It includes a lot of things, but let's talk about this here. This is the eyeshadow palette, which retails for $18 and is basically like maroons, or is it mauve or is it maroon? I never know. I really don't know, because, you know, explaining colors is not my stronghold. yeah, so this is how it looks. I love the outer packaging. It is so beautiful. If the inside would be a little bit more like the outside, which is the not the turquoise, what am I saying, the purple and the you know, it's like there is more purple and there is more like fuchsia and there is more, you know, I would love that. But you know, this palette is not for me. It is beautiful though, but it's just not for me. There are also going to be blush sticks and all kinds of stuff. You know how they always come out with huge collections. So that is also all available already. So the next thing I wanted to talk to you about is from Iconic London, and they're coming out with the Naughty to Nice palette, I think. Let me just check if that's true. Nice to Naughty. Nice to Naughty palette, which looks like this. It's a neutral palette, and actually I maybe would have just swiped over this and not looked at it so much, but I wanted to just show you what the different lighting makes. So the first picture that I saw was this one, okay, which looks like warm neutrals, all festive and whatever, you know, nice. Not for me personally, but nice enough. It's 20 shades, it's shimmers and mattes, all good. So now the other picture, which is in the same post, is like this, and suddenly everything looks cold and a little bit more taken down, you know what I mean? Like I thought that was amazing what lighting can do. So now either way, if it looks like this or like that, this personally is of course not for me. It'll retail for £45. Now I don't know, it's going to be a little bit more in dollars, I think, but this is going to be, it's available now. It's available now for whoever wants to treat herself or himself or whatever. Okay, next thing is from Melt Cosmetics, and that is the Muerte eyeshadow palette. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. This is Spanish, I think. And it looks super, super beautiful. I was like, when I saw this pop up on my Instagram, I was like, oh, this is, wow. This could be the first thing I try from Melt. I have nothing from Melt, so but this is so beautiful. So as far as I've heard, and this post right here is in Spanish, so I really have no idea. But what I've heard from other creators is that this is inspired by the owners, the brand owners' Spanish heritage, or you know, take it with a grain of salt. I don't know, just repeating what other people are saying, but the palette itself looks super, super beautiful. So you have those green, like green turquoisey shades, and you have blues in the middle. You have very, very dark reds, and then a brighter red, and then it looks like a bone color, like brow bow highlighter shade, or maybe it's a matte, I'm not 100% sure. I cannot wait to see close-ups where you can also see the palette opened all the way and everything, maybe better light that is a little bit more, like the whole setting is a little bit more bright. Can't wait to see that. So, but I have my eyes on this one. Next thing that I also thought was super, super beautiful is from Be Elegant. I think it's Belegant or it's Be Elegant. I have no idea. If anyone knows, please let me know. Cosmetics, this is their Halloween palette, and this retails for $38, and I think personally it is absolutely beautiful. It's mattes and 4 shimmers. Everything looks amazing in this palette. It's super nice for fall. It's super nice also for, you know, murky looks, maybe even scary looks. You know, I'm not into this. I'm not promoting it, but you know, people have different likes and whatever. So this is a very beautiful palette. Love it. Love it, absolutely. Yeah, so that's Be Elegant. Let me just check this. Is this it's Be Elegant, right? I just want to say it right, and I'm not doing so well. Yeah, very, very nice. I also like the shimmer shades that they chose for being shimmers. That the gray also is beautiful to the right, like between the black and the red. Very, very beautiful palette. Then the next thing I have never spoken about, that is Kitten Boss Cosmetics, and she's, or whoever is behind that name, it sounds like it might be a woman, I don't know. This is the Little Kitty Big City palette. What a cute name. Yeah, my best friend just got 2 kitties, so hi bestie, that might be for you. Yeah, so look at these shades. It's so pretty. It's so, so pretty. Now, again, I'm not 100%, I'm not 100% sure if there are mattes in this palette. It looks like there might be, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, this retails for $35. It's gonna be available on October 23rd for pre-order. So that is super, super pretty. I'm gonna have a hard time finding my favorites of the week because there's gonna be so many. The next one that is definitely not my favorite of the week, and I could have spoken about it last time already, but I sort of skipped it because I thought a little but I sort of feel like I should. So that is from Morphe, the collaboration with James Charles, because they're coming out with these exact same palette, the James Charles palette that I also have, and I've worked with the James Charles palette already here on my channel, and I like it, you know, it's not like I don't like it, but they're coming out with the exactly same palette in small. And that is, you know, it might have been a smart thing to, from the get-go, do it in small, maybe, but now to do the exact same thing in small. And then they also have some brushes, and okay, so the small palette also has a mirror, fine, big deal. But a companion palette maybe for the big one, I could see that more than just do exactly the same, because apparently James Charles was raving about how much he has been working on this new release, but really, what was there to work? Because you're basically just, it's all there already, you're just putting it in a smaller palette. So I don't know really what to think about this or what to make of this. I don't know how many people are gonna go now who have already the big palette to buy also the smaller one, you know? I don't know if that really makes sense. There might be a lot of people who go, who don't have the palette already, who would now go and buy the little one because it is a little bit cheaper and because maybe it's a little bit more practical. But yeah, anyway. It retails for $26, I think. Yeah, I think so. Then the brush set is going to be $59, and yeah, so that is that. The next thing is from Urban Decay, and Urban Decay is coming out with two palettes. They're On the Run palettes, I think. They're in that series. There's the G-Train and the Highway Queen palette. So one is golden neutrals, the other one is a bit neutral golden green. I think that is, again, a palette, you know, not exactly like the Huda Beauty palette at all, but the whole idea behind it, I think, is really like reaching a big spectrum of the market. That is what it is. It's a good release, not personally for me. I'm not gonna, like, I like it, but I'm not gonna buy it. Do you see how careful I am now? So scared. Anyway, they look nice. What can I say? I've never tried Urban Decay, don't know how the formula is, don't know how they perform. I've also, like, I don't know. I don't know, but it's a nice release. It's not for me. Do I have prices? No, I don't have prices, but I know it's gonna be live on October 25th, okay? BH Cosmetics is coming out with the Fairy Lights collection. So this looks like this is gonna be maybe the holiday collection. It looks like it could be, you know, it looks like it could be like a winter kind of a holiday collection. So this is the palette. It's gonna be 20 colors. It's gonna retail for $20. They're going to be, of course, shimmers and mattes and neutrals and colorful shadows. Overall, it is a bit, you know, subdued and murky, not too bright, which is maybe also what people want right now. So yeah, so that's what it is. There's also all kinds of other stuff coming with that collection. There's going to be a 11-piece brush set for $26, and there's also a shimmering body powder with a mini brush for $21. So yeah, so that is the Fairy Lights collection. Do I see fairy in this? I don't know. You know what? When I see fairies, I'm more like pastels and maybe like My Little Pony kind of colors, you know? But that's just me, so... Anyway, that was BH Cosmetics. Then, of course, the big news of the week was that Tati Westbrook is coming out with her own brand, which is Tati Beauty. I mean, she has already the pill brand no, I don't remember what that name was, but anyway, she's coming out now with like a makeup and beauty related brand that is Tati Beauty, and I think that was a long time coming. Of course she's going to do that. I'm happy for her that she's doing it. So this is the first close-up of the palette of her first release, which is surprisingly big. I didn't think that she would go there. I thought she would maybe come out with like a 9 pan or 10 pan or something like this. So this is quite big. It says here there are going to be 4 textures in this palette. There is mattes, there is sequins, metallics, and glitters. Surprising, you know? Okay, so there's going to be 6 tones. There's going to be, what does that mean? Memory, rituals, story, soothe, aura, and poet. Ah, okay, so that is those columns of colors that are sort of one color scheme. So this is how she calls those. You know, really, when you look at it, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 palettes, 4 pan palettes, isn't it? You know, always in like one color scheme, which is actually a cool idea. Really, it is actually a cool idea. Now, is this for me? No, it's not. But I'm very, very happy that she gets to do this. You know, it's very, very nice. This is going to be available on October 25th on Tati Beauty, and I don't have a price. And I think that's it for today, sweeties. I think we made it through. I'm sure because of all my story time in the beginning, this is going to be a very, very long video, but what can I do? I hope you did, though, enjoy some quality time with me, because you know what? For me, as you know, this is therapy, and I'm just happy to be here, and I'm so happy that I got my happiness back. You know, I found my happy space again, and I'm so glad, because I thought it was lost. I was just so in such a bad place these last days, and I'm just so happy to be back. Okay, so let's see what are going to be my favorites this week. I think it's definitely going to be Copacetic Cosmetics, the Spookie Ookie palette, the one with the 3 highlighters. Then it's going to definitely also be the Kristen Leigh release. Super, super beautiful, the Autumn Vibes palette. Love it, beautiful. And then I wish I could include the Sample Beauty, you know, where they just released those first 2 shades, but I can't, because I cannot do sneak peeks in my favorites. That's not fair. So I definitely have to go with the Be Elegant or Bellegant Cosmetics Halloween palette. That is drool worthy. Absolutely drool worthy. Love it so much. And then also the Kitten Cosmetics Little Kitty Big City palette. Super, super pretty. Seriously, love it. Is there anything else? I think I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah. For me personally, this is what it is for this week. I hope you had fun. Let me know what you think about what I said in the beginning, or about the new releases, or anything. Give me your feedback. I would really, really like to know, but please be nice, because I need some kindness right now. So I know you guys are always nice to me. So anyway, if you're new here, then please subscribe to my channel. And if you have anything to say, as I told you, please feel free to do so. And besides that, you find, of course, everything in the description box that I've spoken about, and my contacts and my social media and everything. And besides that, I'm going to see you here tomorrow for another video, and this is going to be my next installment of my infertility series that has been a long time coming. It has been sort of put on hold because of our whole holiday season, which is now officially over, so we are sort of going back to normal, and I'm very happy to do that. So that's going to be tomorrow, and on Friday there's also going to be a nice video, so come back for all of that. And yeah, so I'll see you here tomorrow, and up until then, go ahead and sparkle. Don't forget your happy place. Hugs and kisses. Bye.